Hey everyone, Anime Freak here. To those of you who don't know, recently fans in Japan have started burning all their Bleach merchandise, burning their manga comics, destroying their discs, DVD discs, and destroying their games. And now the first thing that came to mind is, hold on, why are they destroying all their uh, Bleach merchandise and all that stuff? And the first thing that came to mind is that they didn't like the ending, and they felt betrayed, and they decided to just destroy it all because they didn't like how the how the series ended, or it wasn't giving any specific answers or anything like that. Like what happened to the Ronkors, or what happened to the Soul King, and all stuff. To be honest, no, it wasn't any of that. It wasn't for the fact that the series ended on a very rushed, very unsatisfactory note, or anything like that. The main reason why many people in Japan, well, many fans of Bleach in Japan, are destroying all their merchandise, is because the pairings of Rukia and Ichigo, or well, they didn't like the pairings. Like, there was Ichigo with Horihime, and there was Rukia with Renji. And to be honest, when I first heard this, I was like, wait a second, hold on. You're telling me that all the Bleach fans have saved up and bought all this merchandise, the manga, the DVDs, the games, and all stuff, and then they destroy them all because they didn't like the pairings? Jeez. Okay. Dumb. Oh. What do I have to say to that? Seriously, what do I have to say about that? Because, okay, let me tell you guys something. When Bleach only had like a month to finish, like about a month ago, I was, well, before I heard the news I was going to finish within a month, I was actually planning on buying the manga. I was planning on starting it from where the anime finished. Well, from where the anime finished to, well, I was gonna start where the anime left off. From there, I wasn't gonna like buy the old manga, because I was a really big fan of the series Bleach. I mean, it was all thanks to, like, Aizen. Aizen was the big was the big, oh yeah, I like this series. I mean, obviously that's, Bleach wasn't like a masterpiece or anything, but it was always Aizen that always brought me back. Not to say that the oh, not to say that the other characters wasn't bad. I'm just saying that, that there was some parts in the series that I did genuinely like, and I genuinely believe that Aizen was meant to be the good guy. I could always see him saying, I did all this for the Quincy invasion, and that's why I did this. Including, I didn't like the justice system in the Soul Society, so I wanted to change everything. And that's what I've always saw Aizen meant to be. He was always supposed to be that sheep that was in a wolf's clothing, but in fact he was really a sheep. That's how I always saw Aizen. But sadly, Kubo was rushed out of his mind. Was rushed into finishing this because of Shonen Jump. Okay, and it's upsetting to know that fans are destroying their Bleach manga, DVDs, and whatnot, all because of this, because of the pairings. I mean, guys, come on. There are some characters in other anime that I didn't like wanting to get together, but I didn't stop me from liking the series. That didn't stop me from putting it on my favorite shelf, or just leaving it there. I mean, I could understand if Kubo did like something horribly horrendous in his real life, and made everyone feel betrayed, or if I mean, I could understand, like, some extreme hardcore Bleach fans, doing this. It's understandable, because of the rush ending, but destroying their own Bleach merchandise all because of the pairings is just freaking ridiculous. I mean, seriously ridiculous. It's oh god, I can't believe the stupidity of some people. I mean, destroying it won't bring. Destroying it won't solve any. The Bleach series won't solve anything. I mean, you could just put it like on the internet and have other people buy it off you, or bring it to charity shops. I mean, you could do that, but destroying the Bleach series is just freaking ridiculous. I mean, this isn't a shoujo. I mean, there was obviously some people out there that wanted Rukia and Ichigo to get together. But to be honest, I didn't care. For me, I didn't care about the pairings. I mean, all I cared about was the journey of Bleach, and that was the one thing that I enjoyed. It was about the journey of Ichigo, his journey of becoming a Soul Reaper, his journey in the Soul Society, and so on and so on and so on. And we get to see like who he was, and he's part this, part that, and that's what I enjoyed. I enjoyed the Soul Society arc, which I think is an absolute freaking masterpiece. And I enjoyed the fight with Aizen, and I enjoyed every single moment of it. And I'm actually glad that there wasn't like hardcore. Well, I wouldn't say there was like wasn't romance there, but I think there was there was attractions to other characters in the series, like Orihime liked Ichigo, and Renji kind of had this thing for, well, I wouldn't say I mean, it was obviously that he didn't show his affection that way, but it was assuming that it was aiming that way. But to be honest, I'm actually one of those people that was actually glad that well, I wouldn't say glad, but I'm saying that I'm actually glad that Rukia went with Renji and Ichigo went with Horihime. I mean, just think about it. I mean, it's usually like the first two main characters, which was we saw Rukia the first time, we saw Ichigo the first time, and some people was going to assume that they're going to get together and it's going to be like all happily ever after because we got to know these characters, and I can understand that people don't like Horihime, and there are some people who doesn't like Renji because he loses most of the time. But I mean, I think this actually works, in my opinion. This actually works because she saved him and he saved her. He tried his damnedest to save her, not because of romantic feelings, but because one, she was his friend, and two, he owes her. He saved her, and now he returned the favor, and now they're like best friends, like really good friends, and it's actually quite refreshing to actually be like the two opposite genders coming together as best friends instead of like being all romantic with each other, because it really works in my opinion. It's because I mean, most of the time opposite sexes is like, okay, you saved me, I saved you, we get close, and then poof, they're together. But I know most of you other really wanted Rukia and Ichigo to get together, but I mean, it's not worth destroying your merchandise over. I mean, like I said, I was gonna get the manga, but if it's gonna end on a note like this, it's not worth getting. I'm not gonna get the manga now because of the way the manga ended. I mean, if Kubo was given more time, I'm pretty sure that people. I mean, if the manga was to continue, like about another a year, 2 years, or something like that, and it gave us like a satisfactory, good ending, then I would have bought the manga without question. But the thing is, like I said, the fans aren't destroying their Bleach merchandise because the rushed ending or it's something that Kubo did in his real life, like something horrendous. It's over stupid pairing. Okay, that's just dumb. I mean, to all of you who are listening to me and you're like fans of Bleach and you, uh, if you haven't already destroyed your Bleach merchandise, don't, just don't. Okay, because that's not going to help anything. Okay, I mean, I still like Bleach. I really do like Bleach. I just don't like the ending to the manga. That's all. I mean, I love the Soul Society arc. I like the first arc. I liked the arc with eyes. I mean, yeah, the fillers was some of the fillers were okay, but without the fillers, this series was pretty damn good. Well, I wouldn't say pretty damn good, but I still enjoyed it anyways. But I mean, if you guys are like unsatisfied with the series, just pawn it off. Just sell it or put it into a charity shop, but don't destroy it. For crying out loud, you 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 fans, the Bleach fans, have worked hard. You know, you're ordering cash into getting this series, and you're just going to destroy it later. You're burning money, for crying out loud. I mean, you might as well just throw the money into the bin. That's what you should do. I just can't believe the stupidity in this world. I mean, the world's gone topsy-turvy. So yeah, again, don't burn your manga stuff. I mean, well, actually, you guys can do whatever you want. All I'm saying is think before you do anything, alright? I mean, remember the times you had with Bleach. I mean, it was one of your, like, for example, I mean, what was your favorite arc? Which was your favorite character? Which ones were, you know, the times that you thought, whoa, I like this. I mean, are you just gonna like burn your Bleach stuff over pairings instead of like the journey that is taking you, like the Soul Society, the favorite characters like Akiora, Grimjow, and all these other characters? Are you saying you're just going to destroy all of that, all your Bleach merchandise, and just forget that the series existed? Even if it brought you pleasure and so much, you know, fun memories, it's just ridiculous. Just don't do it. Okay, it's not worth it. And even if you say that's it, I've had enough of this, at the very least, just pawn it off somewhere or give it to somebody or put it in a charity or something. So yeah, I know I said a few things over and over again, but I just wanted to get that out there. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Just think before you leap. Okay. I'm Anime Freak. Take care.